Hi, I am Tammy and I am Meditating Medium. I want to speak with you today on this video about recognizing and honoring the inner guidance system that God placed in every single one of us to alarm us, to let us know about things, to give us direction, guidance. And I'll share with you just a very quick thing about that. Whenever you hear a little voice inside your head that says, don't put your keys there, you're not going to find them, or don't lay your phone there, you're not going to remember where you put it, or don't put that glass there, somebody's going to knock it over. That is your inner guidance system. And the more that we start to pay attention to that, and the more we start honoring it by paying attention, the less trouble that we find ourselves getting into. Now, I don't really know the difference, nor does it even matter to me what the difference is between what that inner guidance system is that God put in each of us. Each of us hears those voices, or whether or not it is actually your spiritual team speaking to you. I give them all credit. I give credit to me, I give credit to them. It's all the same to me. It's learning to acknowledge those voices that causes us to live our lives much more peaceably and to not get upset at other people or blame other people for things that do or do not happen in our lives the way that we would actually prefer them to happen, because we are accepting responsibility for what happens. And I'll give you a really good illustration of this. In everything that I do or approach, whether it is a business venture that I'm thinking about getting into, an agreement with someone, or whether or not it is something with a friend, I'm always thinking about intention. I'm always wanting there to be some kind of a reciprocal, energetic thing going on. And so I have this agreement with my mother. She has a cleaning crew, and one of the things that I do is to let her cleaning crew come into my home every other week on a Wednesday morning. What I do for her is I paint, I do design work, I do sewing work, I do all sorts of stuff. We each give each other discounts, but it's a great energetic thing of me using her business for something and her using my business for something. So it's a great deal. In saying this, the cleaning crew that my mother has, there's about 4 that converge on my property, and when they come in at 8:10 in the morning on Wednesday mornings, it is a whirlwind, and I have to get out of the way. There's not one place in my home that I can actually go where one of the 4 of them is not either in the room or about to walk in, and I am in the way. So a lot of times I'll take Sophie out for a walk, I'll go to Barnes & Noble, I'll do anything I have to do. I have to let you know that it is very difficult for me to get up. I'm not a morning person. I get up around 7 in the morning, and it's always difficult for me to get things prepared, to get the sheets out, to get the dishwasher cleaned out, to do all of the things that I typically do before the cleaning crew comes in. And it is very hard for me to get out the door by 8:10 and be out of their way, because once they come in, they move like madness. They get the house clean and then they're gone. When I come back in, it's beautifully clean and it's a wonderful energy exchange again. So, what happened yesterday? This lesson is very, very close to my heart because it just happened yesterday. I was getting prepared and I decided to take my little Sophie for a walk around a lake that is only about 5 minutes away from my home. And I was all excited telling her, Sophie, I'm going to take you for a walk. You just wait just a few minutes. I got my husband's breakfast. I got lunch packed. I got everything done that I needed to do for the cleaning crew. And as I started to walk out the door, I heard this inner voice go, Tammy, you might better wait and see if they're coming first thing. And I was working on these drawings for these paintings that I am doing, and I was very excited about getting back to that as well. I'd left a mess on the dining room table and left them a note saying, don't move anything. I will clean the dining room table by myself later. I did not pay attention to that voice the very first time. The second time that it happened, I was actually in the car with Sophie. Her baggies, her leash, everything was in the car. I had my water, and I was going out of the subdivision and heard it again. Tammy, you have a lot of things going on today before your luncheon appointment. You need to make sure, why don't you go home and rest and get things done until you know the cleaning crew is coming. They always come to my home first. Every once in a while they don't, and when they don't, it totally disrupts my day because my mom is not the best at calling you and letting you know that she has changed the schedule. So you have to leave your home twice during that day. Because of what projects I have going on, I did not have time to do that, to leave twice. So I turned around, I came back in the house, I took Sophie for a walk around my neighborhood, and I called my mom. And she was so apologetic and said, I am so sorry, Tammy, I didn't call you, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, hey, it's cool. I just needed to know when you're coming so I know not to be here and so that I can get things done that I need to do. And she said, as we started to hang up the phone, she said, you're being very kind about this. You're being very understanding and very gracious. And I said, it's because I listened to what is going on with me. When I hung up the phone with her, it really occurred to me, Tammy, this is a great lesson in listening to your inner guidance system to where you do not get angry, frustrated, perturbed, or blame anyone else for what is going on in your life. How many times has it happened that we had feelings about things and we went ahead and did it anyway, and it did not turn out the way that we were really hoping that it would turn out? How many times have we not listened to our inner voice? Start to listen to your inner voice, and I'll tell you a couple of things to do. First of all, start to acknowledge that your team or your inner guidance system is actually speaking with you. Start to speak back and say, thank you for telling me that. That's exactly what I did yesterday. When I turned back around and I came back in my driveway, I said, thanks for telling me that. And I say it out loud. I am acknowledging their presence in my life. I am acknowledging how they are trying to be helpful, whether it is coming from something within me or whether it's my team. It is coming from me because my team is within me. So I first acknowledge. Second thing I do is to actually ask them for more. In acknowledging the fact that you do have an inner voice, which is your guidance, acknowledging that and recognizing it gives them the freedom to do it more often and to give you more. So when an idea comes to my mind now, or I am thinking that there's something that, oh wow, I should do this today, I will automatically say yes, no, or I'm not ready right now for whatever ideas it is that comes. And in so doing, I'm being very respectful to the information and to the beings that are giving me this information. I want you to learn to listen to your guidance team as well. It will make your life so much easier, so much more peaceful, so much calmer. And then you find yourself being in a much better place, and other people see it, they notice it, and they're wondering why you are able to keep your composure. It's all within you. We are the ones that are responsible. We are the ones that need to listen to what is being said to us. Until next time, I am thinking of you. Namaste.